Hi, Sagittarius. This is Just with your singles love reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Now, you Sagittarius who are in a couple relationship, check out the couples love reading. It is a separate reading, so check that out. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say I was trying to think. At first, I was like, I'm gonna start with this, and then I started looking at something else, but. Definitely, Sag, you guys need to embrace this new place, like this new, it's something new that you're embarking on. And you're still at a crossroads as to if this is what I want to do. Should I be doing this? Does it make any sense? It's there for you. It's going to be there for you. Oh, yeah. And it's going to be all the difference for you. Oh, it's going to be all the difference for you. But you're not embracing it like, yes. It's like, I almost feel like Sagittarius, you definitely have died with this Jupiter in Scorpio. There's a part of you that has died. And I think with the Saturn and that went through is another toll. And now it's in your second house, that whole thing. So we're not going to get into that. But with you being single, I feel like you just need to get your innocence back again. Get your innocence back again. Okay. And it's not easy. It's not easy. You're very much guarded. You're very much on guard. And for all of you, I feel even singles, because I know some couples are listening to this too. But some singles need to go over and listen to the couples reading. Because at one point you were a couple, and a lot of that I felt was dealing with old stuff too. So it was a message there over there too. But some of you're losing your innocence of just like life is just happy and fun, and I have all the optimism about where I'm going. That's a challenge for you. It's a challenge for you to move on. It's a challenge for you to see the silver lining and the blessing that comes along with moving into a new fresh start in space for yourself. And literally, when you do it, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, what in the hell was I waiting for? Like, I should have did this a long time ago. It's like it's a lot waiting for you on the other side, but I get it. Listen, you're human. So no, it's no bashing over here. Definitely no bashing over here because I'm human and I understand. I do. But the message is just to find that innocence again, and it'll be a peak and valley, like I told Capricorn, or Aquarius. I think I told both of them. I think it's a peak and valley. One day you feel good, and next minute it's like, ah, shit, no. So for some of you, but the advice is to try to be more optimistic toward this new beginning, okay, which will allow you to relinquish anything from your past that you feel have victimized you, and then you'll be able to be more reciprocal in a way that's more positive, even to people that you feel have done you wrong. And that's ultimately the healing that you need, because that happens to be your challenge here. The healing part of you need is still a challenge, and therefore, because you're challenged, you're not able to move forward, right? So it's a vicious cycle. And that's why that advice, and I think some of you are going to have to rewind this, listen to it again, rewind it, listen to it again, rewind it until it says, yeah, I get it now. I get what she's saying now. Because, yeah, it's like a circle of life thing, and you kind of do need to do that for yourself. But it starts with feeling very optimistic. Now, here's the thing. A lot of you guys are kind of doing okay for yourselves. You are standing in your you definitely are single. You know that now, right? You can say, my name is such and such, and I am single. In the past, I do feel like there was a mutual love. I don't know what all you thought. They loved you, and it was mutual, okay? And they may have tried to come back in the past to express their love or, show love toward you at times. But as I mentioned, a lot of that also was spoke about in the couples reading, is that it just never got on the right page. It was always that flip-flop thing. I want you more than you want me. I want you when you don't want me. You want me when I don't want you. It's just never got on the right page. And now that you guys are single, I feel like there's still this situation where you are cleaving to past hurts and pains. You're still unable to kind of disconnect from someone who's really unable to disconnect from you as well. But I feel like you guys are as far apart from each other as you possibly can be, maybe in distance. If it's not a physical distant far, but there's just like everyone's in their own corners doing whatever it is that they need to do. And I do see that at times there's a lot of this pain and hurt that you think about. three different times, three different people, three different circumstances that you think about that just really ross you with like this disappointment, right? And I feel like a lot of you have thrown or you will be throwing yourself into your work, which will pay off. So I think that will also be a really great remedy for you too, is to kind of take on that Virgo mentality and just get busy. Just work the pain away. you know. And I do feel like a lot of you guys are gonna be doing that, just going back to, square one and just working. And I feel like with it, be optimistic, be a little bit enthusiastic, but you'll find even with that you will get into a more of a positive momentum and energy when you're more focused on, the more practical areas of life. And you'll see a lot of blessings coming your way, immense blessings coming your way when you take the time to physically produce something, great dividends. And I feel, positive outcomes come your way. And I do see that you kind of feel, some of you may feel like love, not for me, not gonna happen, especially Sag men, you may feel like nope. The last thing I want is a commitment, a relationship. I'm just going to work and I'm just going to focus on myself. Be careful because, again, you now are coming up as the King of Swords, doubly, just like the couples relationship for Sag women. So Sag men, be very careful because you may find yourself becoming jaded. If you're single and you're out there mingling, be careful. You may be meeting men who all they can give you is maybe a Skype call. Maybe they can talk to you over the phone because they're always working. They're a slave to their job and they like it like that because then they have to fill and they don't want to do that. So some of you may be, single because you're kind of somebody's putting you in that place. And I know I said that to Gemini. So, and this is the King of Swords. So if you guys are dealing with a Gemini, definitely listen to that Gemini reading because some of them are keeping someone at bay because they just, again, they haven't gotten over, and a lot of signs haven't gotten over hurt and pain. And so some of you women are single by default because someone is just not taking that next step with you. And a lot of you are kind of feeling that way because this is person from that past you still have those feelings for, and you're single by default because they are not wanting to take things to the next step with you or commit to you. I'm pretty adamant about that. And they'll deal with it and they won't tell you exactly why they're not going to do it. They're just going to continue on their way. And I feel that has created for some of you a lot of fights and harsh words, which was then resulted in apologies and maybe a gift and, was this temporary satisfaction that you felt only to feel again that, a situation is just not to your liking, that you're still stuck in the same place, in the same rut. Some of you, again, money, you may be working and then you may find like, oh, wow, money comes to you, something that you're kind of looking to, something that something either happened as a surprise you wasn't expecting and it was a wonderful surprise, or something you tried to make happen and you got the results you were looking for. And it was just like a temporary satisfaction or gratification. And now you're back at this place where you still feel stuck because life isn't completely whole and where you want it to be at this time for you Sag singles, right? I do feel like when it comes to love, a lot of you guys are going to start to evaluate and look at, where you have been when it comes to love. I definitely mentioned before for Sag women that you guys have to be very careful about your love language, how you speak, how you engage with people. And I don't mean just, when it comes to intimate relationships, but in any relationship, you've got to kind of see, well, am I, maybe there's some things about me that I really need to check, like how I communicate. Because sometimes you guys can maybe come off in a way that could be very brash and you may, you may hurt people's feelings or you may intimidate people in a lot of ways, which can make it very difficult for you in the end because you'll result in not understanding why you're not the preferred one. So you may be evaluating that the next energy coming up. And taking heavy stock in, this new you, this new road, this new path, this new direction, this new place in which you're coming. Because one thing I like is that, although there's evaluation there, but there's more of this evaluation of this new path. Not so much and taking into account where you've been, what you've gone through, what has happened in order for this new path to result in a way that yields more commitment and something more grounded and stable. And so I do feel like one is going to call for you to have to relinquish the past hurts and pains, which again will be difficult. That's not something that is going to be the easiest thing with you for you to do, because it is in a challenge position up there. So there's some challenge about that. And you may be at a standstill, being able to kind of really let that go for a couple of days, or for some of you, a couple of weeks. And then it's like literally, like I said to a few sons, it's like night and day. You wake up and it's like you're on it. And you may have something to physically go, like you have to physically travel, go someplace. Again, it's a holiday season, so it's a couple of weeks. Well, actually, it's not a couple of weeks, it's like next week. So you may find yourself leaving, gone. Because this is not like 2 week energy, it's more like 2 week energy. So you are up, you're at it, you're gone, you're on, you're going to something. And I feel like some of you may be going to see family, friends, spend time with family and friends. Some of you may have a test that you have to take. Because this is like being tested. Someone could come back, definitely. I see someone coming back, perhaps wanting to reconcile, wanting to make everything okay. When it comes to family, especially if you have a family dynamic with a situation. So it doesn't necessarily have to be this love person, but it definitely can speak to you go to see family, then you meet someone new, right? You bump into an old childhood friend. But there's someone that may want to spend time with you, hang out with you, come your way, even. Or again, I see a lot of you traveling, a lot of you guys traveling, and as a result of traveling, you meet someone, okay, is what I see. Definitely. But it ends off really well for you guys that are single. Well, obviously you're single. But it ends off really well for you. And what kind of can't be changed is that I feel with you and this other person, this person that you hold on to, there isn't going to be any communication going on. I feel like both of you have gotten all that you need to get from one another. But I do feel if you have to be, because there's been a break in not communicating. Both parties decided, I'm not talking to you. Oh, you're not talking to me. I can show you better than I could tell you. It's that type of thing. So both parties have been at a standstill for quite some time. But I feel like through that, there's been like a lot of enlightenment and understanding, hopefully about yourself as well as, the dynamics of the relationship. But more importantly, what did you learn from it? What did you get from it? And how can you grow from it so that you can be better? And then you can call in what is most best for you and your highest good, obviously. And with that, I feel that a new person could come about that will start off, because I'm getting very much fresh energy, new people coming in, or someone new, or a couple of new people coming in that can foster a far more healthy and concrete start to something that can be very much like a friendship, and then it goes on from there. Just trying to see. This could be this person coming back around again down the line, okay? And trying to just step their toe back in. If you know that you've had a really tumultuous situation with this particular person, and it's a lot of back and forth and on again and off again, you'll probably just be better off being this person's friend. And I think that will be a great trial run. Because who better to practice in being the best you can be than with the person that you feel like is the last person that deserves for you to do that. That's when you know that you're truly healing and growing and on a level that's higher than where you are now. Because it may be easy, right, for you to be nice and, and to start afresh and anew with someone who's completely innocent and you just met. But it can be very difficult and quite challenging to kind of spread that same unbiased, innocent, cordial energy towards someone that you feel you don't deserve this. You've done A, B, and C. But when you can do that and genuinely do it, that's when you know you've forgiven them, you've forgiven yourself, and you've moved on. And now you're ready for something more healthy, because even in that, you've become healthy. So I think that it will be a good opportunity if this person does come back, which it may be down the line sometime. This person does come back. Definitely look at that as an opportunity to practice what I've mentioned in how you deliver your feelings, your thoughts, your actions. And it's going to take for you to be able to go within to kind of reconcile with yourself and be able to put everything in the past, so that, if you have to have a relationship with this person, you can address them in a way that's cordial and friendly. So, and I think that would make all the difference for those of you who are single. For others of you who are single, and you're trying to attract people, going away, seeing family, going on a trip, going somewhere, you're gonna meet somebody. Going somewhere, someone you're going to meet, or someone's going to want to come to you. So you may be having a party or something like that, but within that, there's going to be meeting someone new, or meeting someone that and kind of having a good time with someone that you already know. So hopefully that's been helpful. I'm going to come off of this because now I'm at 16 minutes for you guys. And of course, you're the longest reading as usual. So I hope this has been helpful. I really want to see Sag, because the only time I want to see a Queen of Swords is when I'm talking to an air sign woman. It's like it could be dangerous territory if you're a different sign and you're coming up as an air sign, because that's someone that literally is like, no emotions matter here. So definitely you want to be careful with that energy and don't stay in it. I love to see when you guys are in your own fiery element, or even water signs sometimes as well can be okay, or earth. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope it's been helpful for you. Leave your comments in the comments sections below if you would like to share how this resonates, and check out that 2019 in the description box below, as well as you can contact me for personal reading in the description box below as well. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Sagittarius.